Guyana Defense Force collaborated with the Ministry of Agriculture to host a farmers market day in front of Camp Ayanganna. We've seen a lot of turnout. Persons are taking advantage of the great offer that is being offered here today. We'll hear from our president, Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali. We'll hear from our Minister of Agriculture. We'll also hear from other persons and how they feel as well about this initiative. Just last week, the Guyana Police Force held their farmers market day at the police sports ground, and what minister also mentioned, Minister of Agriculture, he mentioned that they're hoping to have this on a regular basis, so persons can expect another farmers market day coming down to Christmas, where persons would take advantage of all the other great offers. Eggs were just $1,300 per tray, $315 per pound for chicken. We also saw some blood pressure testing, and sugar testing was being offered here as well. So health comes first, and apart from all the produce that you're getting at a great price, you're also getting to check your health as well.
Well, as I said last week, first of all, we have to go beyond the concept of the farmers market. What is very interesting and what I enjoy the most here is to see families, the children, their parents, grandparents, out together, experiencing the market. I think this is a good example as to what makes us Guyanese. Having that market experience, having that family experience going to the market. Growing up, my job was to go and fetch the bag with my mother in the market. Many of these children, especially in urban setting, do not have that experience. So coming here, they get that interaction with farmers, interaction with agriculture, and it raises their level of awareness, and it makes them inquisitive. And they themselves are encouraged to agriculture through these initiatives. The second aspect is the concept, and today it is led by the Guyana Defense Force, and they have created an atmosphere that goes beyond the market. It's an atmosphere in which Guyana, the food basket of the region, is projecting itself in a very beautiful environment, promoting itself as a prime producer. And it also encourages the agro-processor, for example, to come out in a different setting to market their product. And a lot of them said to me that as a result of these settings, their market share, not only here, but regionally, and some going into the US, has increased tremendously. So I believe that it benefits everyone. And now come to the primary beneficiaries, the consumer and the farmers. The farmers are excited to be in these markets. I think the consumers benefit from lower costs. I mean, the meats, for example, the chicken, the beef, the pork, the eggs. You will see the long lines, and everybody you see coming out of here with 2 trays of egg. So it is helping also the consumer. It is helping the farmers, and it's creating a great connection between the market and the consumer. It also encourages non-traditional purchase. especially in our agro-processing uh, um, uh, commodities that are not traditionally sold. It exposes it here and gives it a market coverage. So I want to thank the Chief of Staff and the Guyana Defense Force for supporting and coordinating and spearheading this initiative today. But
We have over 500 persons who would have passed through here ranks, not only in the Guyana Defense Force, but also the Guyana Police Force across the joint services. Um, the concept of having it out here and not in a field is allowing the vendor to meet the purchaser, the shoppers in a convenient environment. If you notice, the parking facility here allows people to just move at a short distance from the stall to their car. So this morning we had like about almost 5,000 persons passing through in and out, and you could look at the crowd still. On most of the stalls are almost finished. So we believe in an environment like this, we promoting, that collaboration between and relationship between the vendor and the purchaser. Incidentally, also, we want to promote our country. And if you look at we want to just send that message because we've been giving away jerseys. And also, if you notice the music in the background, everybody swaying unconsciously or consciously. And we want to have that psyche within the minds of people. So as we celebrate an initiative by the president, we also promoting Guyana in many ways. Finally, I want to thank all of you for your service. You helping us to promote what we are all about. And I want to encourage you to continue doing that. Do a good job. Have a good day.
Okay, so this is a continuation of what we started because, as I said earlier, this was one of the measures in the budget to bring low-cost produce to the people of our country. And this, what we are seeing here, is an interaction with farmers and consumer, and at the same time, consumers are enjoying a better price, and farmers are getting a better price for their produce also. So it's a win-win situation. And what we are trying to do is to ensure that we replicate this across the country. This one here is the 14th farmers market for the year. And I am trying to hoping that we can have it in all the regions and make it monthly so that we can try to at least bring down the cost for these produce. Farm gate price is much cheaper than when the middlemen buy these produce, purchase these produce and take it to the market. So and this is a good example that we are seeing with the interaction. So we will continue to do this. I think a number of persons I have spoken to this morning, they have welcomed this initiative. And in Georgetown here, many of them are asking for this to be a fortnightly activity. I'm hoping that we can make it more regular, and not only in Georgetown, but across, because we have already finished these markets in region 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, and I'm looking, and 7. I am looking now to do it in region 8 and region 1. So those two regions, before the year out, we'll complete those two regions, and this will be a continuation. But we are seeing now bountiful harvest, and we are seeing farmers, consumers are enjoying better prices for the produce.
This morning we have our very own Prime Minister, Phillips. It's always a pleasure to have him on our feature. It's early this morning. Last week we would have seen him taking a tour where the Guyana Police Force would have had their farmers market day.
Yes.
And this morning as well, he's out here very early taking a tour. Are you doing some shopping, sir, or are you just taking a tour as Prime Minister?
I'm going to walk around first, and afterwards I'll do some shopping. Remember last week, as you mentioned, the police, I actually did a lot of shopping there. When I reached home, my wife was happy and smiling. So when I finish today, she'll be smiling again. But, you know, on a serious note, this is a good venture, right? You know, last week we had the farmers market where the farmers and the buyers interacted, and both were happy. The farmers got to sell out their produce. The buyers got to buy produce at a little cheaper price than they would normally get in the market. And it's the same thing happening again today. So I guess the word from last week got it wrong. So this week we have a larger crowd.
What we saw as well too, last week it was just $1,300 a tray per egg, and what we find as well this week is the same thing, and we're just weeks away from Christmas. And persons are taking advantage of that.
Yes, they're taking advantage of it, and let's hope that we keep the price down. Because you know, as you get close to Christmas, the price tends to go up. But we're happy that people come out and start buying their eggs for Christmas early, and that itself will have an effect on keeping the price down.
We saw chicken as well too for $315 a pound. Are you going to buy some? Do some bacon and maybe you can invite us over.
Why not? Yes, why not? Before the end of the day, I allow the people to buy first, and then what's left over, I can always pick up a few and carry home.
Thank you so much.
Have a good day.
We are a peaceful people, struggling, we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down, we ain't giving up.
So I'm now here with Mr. Nasir. He is representing Ministry of Health. He's also doing a tour here on the GDF Farmers Market Day. Sir, what do you think about this whole initiative?
I might be wrong, but I think this is the biggest market day the Ministry of Agriculture has done in collaboration with other agencies, in this case, like the GDF. And I think it's a wonderful initiative. We don't normally get to go to market with such wide space, music in the background, and you're seeing fresh produce, and local farmers, local producers are able to come, one, showcase their goods and services, and two, have available to Guyanese and non-Guyanese also farmers produce at a reasonable price.
And this is a good thing as well too, because you know, in our daily life we have to eat healthy, we have to exercise, and fruits are going very reasonable as well too, so there is no excuse why persons shouldn't be shopping their fruits.
Well, not only fresh fruits and vegetables, but you could also see fresh poultry, fresh other animal products, and of course you could engage with the farmers and ask them things that if those people who want to, you know, if they're your housewives are also small farmers, kitchen gardens, and so this is a good opportunity to, you know, come and buy, and of course start up your own kitchen garden, but of course fresh, healthy.
And this would have started somewhere around 5:30 this morning. When we came here, you saw a lot of persons was already geared up for this. What time were you out here?
I was told 6 o'clock. By the time I got here at 6:15, there was a huge crowd. And so this is good. And I'm hoping that the policymakers and those who have put this together should do one for Christmas, a Christmas Farmers Market Day.
Earth.